Welcome back everyone to Dishonored, but using only rats and I guess like a rat? Kinda. If you missed the first video, you didn't miss much. Except from the fact that we had to fudge the rules a bit because the weepers are immune to rats. They don't get killed by them. So I had to use my grubby little man hands. But who's counting anyway? You catch me currently scampering across the roof of a castle, going to kill one of the bald guys who did... me. Well, right now the goal is to go into the tower. Ganging isn't hard. It's mostly just staying high up and away from the tall boys, which is easier said than done. But once you get a good understanding of their route, it's not that bad. To begin, I kill a guy and swim through the moat water access way, and walk straight in the front door. Once inside, I take the complimentary blue Gatorade and get perched up on a ledge above the doorway to use my rats to slowly kill everyone. It is from here, however, that issues arise, because I'll tell you now that although I killed everyone with rats, at some point, even after several attempts at this level, I am detected, and my only guess is that it happens here somehow. Now mind you, completing this level without being seen is a secondary objective that I'm not really focusing on here, but it is something of note. With most people, if not everyone killed by my rat magic, I make my way up to the roof, and once there, you'll never guess what happened. I summoned rats. It's all rats. It's rats all the way down. I don't know if you caught on or not. That's basically all I'm doing here. I sneak past another tall boy that somehow made it inside this library, and I swipe some goodies they left laying around, then climb some stairs to feed the last of the bald men to some rats. Then I jump off the roof, and into the water below, which I use to trace my steps, snatch some things, summon rats, and rejoin Mr. Samuel. I zone out on the boat ride as Sam tells me something. I get back to see they've thrown me a birthday party. So, as the birthday boy, I get absolutely hammered. More than a little rat, and more than a bit hungry. I do a little goofing, because when you give a rat a shot of whiskey, he'll ask for another. Then he'll crash my game because it was published by Bethesda. I find myself in my bedroom when the alcohol really starts to hit. People say some things over my semi-lucid body about something or other, then I black out. Some guy named Dipsy Doodle or something comes by speaking in 10 times speed, so I didn't need to catch anything he said. He should really not do that if he wants me to understand him. I wake up after a talk with the edgy gay boy in a septic tank full of bricks and rats, which if I had a nickel. I make my way through the building by killing some presumably innocent people and steal their stuff. I say presumably innocent because they did nothing to me, and if anything, they saved me from drowning or being eaten alive by the local homeless population. I once again dive into the water, scramble onto a rooftop, and kill some more of these random people just chilling in the courtyard. Going through the door, we hit the streets of Gary, Indiana, where the petty criminals have reclaimed its ruins. I crawl through the alleys to get behind them and take them out with my patented rat techniques. They don't bat an eye as their friends and coworkers disappear in front of them. I go to Dippin' Dot's house, and I come across a window I could sneak in. That's when I find it. Another window. This one is just above jump height. This is the first real obstacle of this part, since it's clearly designed for people to use blink. But since rats aren't known to possess magic, we have to try and jump to reach it. And after many attempts, I manage to get a grip on the ledge. There I find Mr. DoorDash monologuing about me and my skill as an assassin, despite the fact that his entire staff was just eaten alive in front of him. He himself is not killable with rats, he just brushes them off. So, I just grab his keys, leave through his bedroom window like a rat Peter Pan, and once again kill his friend keeping watch. I clamber down the chain through the sewer, and get a little notification that Milk Duds was spared. I sneak past more of these circus performers and past their electric fence to sneak back into London. You have to get around these boards by going into the neighboring house. From there, we wind up in the sewer, and find all the sick and homeless. They struggle to comprehend a walkway. I scoot past them just to find some loosely placed boards, and because I can't use my hands to move them, I collect some bottles to destroy them. From there, I let this clam thing spit some globules at me to destroy these boards, and race past it. Soon I find my way back to the Hound Pitch pub, where some local straight urchin greets me when I exit. She used to be a servant here. She says to help her kill some of the guards who were jaywalking across the street. I think I killed her with rats, but I can't remember. I exit the building and take a look around for a vantage point, to no avail. So I just do a little bit of goofing, and they all rush out to the street to fight the rats, mostly by shooting each other in the back of the skull. Once they've finished up, no one is left outside besides those tall boys. Well, I jump on the awning and back into the bunk room. I do some searching around and found some blueprints. I sneak up the stairs and summon some more rats. Jump out the window to avoid confrontation, and then I knock on the tower door. There's a woman in there just kind of sitting around. I don't know what she expects to accomplish doing that. Was that dying of dehydration? I'd leave her there to do that. And a couple of gamers are left hanging out in this shed I crawl in, talking with each other about something important, I assume. I'm not sure. They tell me to either burn everyone alive in the general area or initiate nap time for those bombing this building. I don't know if you noticed, but rats aren't particularly well known for either nap times or mass slaughter, except for that one time. That was less their fault and more disease or fleas, so I decide on nap. And after that, I meet up with Samuel and go off to kill more people. When I arrive to the island, Samuel yaps about me being a good man for keeping my morals, despite the fact I fed half the city's population to rats I summoned from the dark dimension. I leave the boat and scout the island to find a way into the fort. I start by going through a pipe to see if it leads inside. It does not. I leave the pipe inside. The front door is the only real way in. Kill a couple guards without any issue from under their porch. That is until I get to the door itself, and I can't see into the gate because of the giant turret they positioned out front. And every time I summon some rats that clear it up, more and more men keep coming out like some sort of clown car. But it finally ends with dozens dead, and thankfully a clear entrance. Once inside, I go through the side door, clear the stairway up to the roof. I cross through for little issue until I realize I can't get to the actual tower without going back to the ground because of some barbed wire. I sneak through without being seen and go into the sewer. From there, I climb up the tower's loose hanging chain without causing much of a stir. I jump around trying to get on those large cables. Once I get up there, I quickly pass the majority of patrols. But to jump down, I have to clear the path up to the lighthouse. So it's rat time, baby. With all the men dead, I enter the elevator, right up, straight to the top. Do a little bit of cleanup. Find the Admiral in his dining room having gone off the deep end, killing his only friends and drinking like one of my relatives at a family barbecue. But the rats eat him like everyone else, except for Dowd. You know, don't talk about him. Or Reapers. Reapers kind of... Yeah, that's aside the point. After killing most of the country's military and more than a few civilians, I finally save the kid. And even get the good ending. So, I hope you all learned something today, because I sure as hell didn't.